evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Olivia Lemmon. The first major snowstorm of the season hits the area. Dozens of schools canceled for the day. A winter weather advisory remains in effect until 7 a.m. Tuesday. Let's get a first look at weather on the ones for more.
During the overnight, we can expect periods of moderate to even heavy snowfall at times. So if you are going to be out and about, be prepared to encounter slower than average travel conditions. Probably not a bad idea to give yourself plenty of extra time. And it is definitely cold. Temperatures bottoming out in the 20s to right around 30 degrees. A low in Worcester of 24, 22 in Pittsfield, and 26 degrees in Southbridge. Tuesday, lingering snow showers are expected to taper from west to east. Skies are going to clear out, allowing us to get into more sunshine, but that sun, it's really not going to warm us up a whole lot, as highs are only going to be in the low and mid 30s. A high in Worcester of 31, 34 in Chicopee, 34 in Pepperell, and 36 degrees in Boston. The snow, it has been adding up and will continue to add up overnight and even into the early morning hours of Tuesday. We'll let you know just how much snow we're talking about coming up in less than 10 minutes.
Worcester residents are cleaning up after getting nearly a foot of snow with a second round on the way. Schools and many businesses closed across the area, but for some who decided to open their doors Monday, the snow is a welcome sight. Our Cam Jandro is in Worcester now with more. Cam.
Yeah, Olivia, we're still 3 weeks away from the official start of winter, but Mother Nature really doesn't care, dumping nearly a foot of snow here on Worcester and central Massachusetts. Things picked up late afternoon on Sunday. It essentially snowed through the night. There was a lull. There was no snow really from the early morning into the late morning into the early afternoon of today, but round two of the snow has started. The wind has really picked up here in the city of Worcester, and while I might not be a fan of the snow as well as many others, Jerry's Hardware in Worcester is really fond of the snow because it helps them become busy this time of year. Owner Tom Pacinas says he can't keep shovels and rock salt on the shelves because there's been so many people preparing over the last few days buying this equipment, and he says he would rather have it no other way.
Everything to do with winter's selling. A lot of sleds, a lot of shovels, ice melt, pet safe ice melt. People love their pets. It is good for my business, the auto body business. I think it's pretty good for. The police may be a little bit busy writing up accident reports, but other than that, I hope no one gets hurt though. Little fender benders are good for business.
Now, with the second round of snow underway, Pacina says he expects his business to be just like it was today, extremely busy. And if you have a look here, you can see that it's still snowing. The wind has really picked up. It's starting to get really intense out here. The road conditions aren't that great as well. On another note, Worcester Public Schools saying they don't expect to make an announcement regarding school or closures or delays tomorrow. They expect to make that announcement sometime Tuesday morning. We're here in Worcester tonight. I'm Cam Jandro, Worcester News Tonight.
Worcester residents bundled up to face the storm this morning, shoveling out before the snow piled too high. Some say they were surprised with the amount of snow in this first storm. Our Chandler Walsh has more.
Getting up and digging out. Worcester residents are facing the first snowstorm of the season.
It's a lot for the first snowstorm, but, you know, what are you going to do?
I just measured. We have like 9 inches already. So we'll have to see how much more we get.
The accumulation, a winter wake-up call to people like Suzanne Beauchamp.
I just got out here like 5 minutes ago. I kept trying to put it off, and I was like, no, I gotta get to work.
Carol Bloom is happy the snow is light enough for her snowblower to handle.
Seeing that I'm a widow, it's me doing the snow blowing, so of course I'm saving so much time and saving my back too.
She's bundled up and doesn't mind the chill.
You just get so used to it after a while that it's just another snowstorm.
Lincoln Dunn is following the path of the snow all the way back to college in New York.
I'm not getting out of this.
Drivers like Dunn say the real trouble is once their tires hit the streets. Worcester's DPW did not pre-treat roads ahead of the storm.
There's actually like black ice under the snow, like when they're trying to plow it, so your car keeps swerving sometimes. So you gotta drive like really slow or you're gonna like slip and turn. So it's pretty rough out here.
The city says pre-treatment needed to be done on Saturday, but they instead put their resources into leaf collection. Some drivers say they had issues during the morning commute.
Have you been sliding at all with your car?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, it's kind of dangerous.
The DPW has 300 pieces of equipment on the roads, plowing and sanding. Dunn says he's taking his time on the roads and urges others to do the same.
They're just trying to get to their final destination just like you are, so just try and be safe.
The National Weather Service's winter weather advisory stays in effect through Tuesday. Worcester residents digging out say they hope things go smoothly and they avoid having to deal with freezing rain and ice. Worcester DPW is reminding people to use caution on the roads while their crews continue cleanup. In Worcester, Chandler Walsh, Worcester News Tonight.
Western Massachusetts got hit hard by this snowstorm. Parts of the Berkshire County reported up to 16 inches of snow overnight. The main roads in Pittsfield were clear this afternoon, but for some areas, this storm has already eclipsed the December averages for snowfall. Many school districts canceled classes Monday, including Pittsfield and North Adams. Berkshire Community College was closed as well. Today's storm also affecting travel for many people heading home from their Thanksgiving break. The Bradley International Airport saw several delays and cancellations as the storm progressed. Our Valerie Bell has more.
As we all know, there's been quite a bit of snow around the busiest traveling day of the year. We spoke to some travelers at Bradley International Airport to see if the weather has impacted their travel plans.
Been delayed at my original point leaving in Buffalo and then also Philadelphia on the way here to Hartford.
Heavy snowfall across New England prompts some airlines to cancel and delay their flights, leaving some travelers waiting.
More time sitting in a plane on the ground than in the air so far.
In less than ideal conditions.
It's not fun or comfortable.
Eliana Carroza's son came in from Tampa, Florida to spend the holiday together. This weather left him ready to go back down south.
He likes Florida weather.
But unfortunately, his flight out of Bradley International Airport was Sunday. It was canceled. And after some rescheduling, they were able to get a different flight and prepared today for all possibilities.
Yes, we left the house very early, preparing just for traffic or any storm.
Those who travel around the winter months say this isn't anything unusual.
It's always problems, so what we gotta do is leave early and, think positive that everything will be okay.
And it's the same attitude which helps get this airport employee through the weather. Anthony Cruz says he doesn't have a vehicle, so he walks to work. Although he loves the snow, it slows down his commute.
I always stay positive and manage myself to get to work on time.
Cruz wasn't delayed, but flights were, making his job just a little more difficult.
We're not on our exact time, and we have a time limit to clean the planes, only like 20 minutes or half an hour. So it's really kind of a struggle, but like I said, I stay positive.
The airport said they encourage anyone with flights to check with the airline directly to see if there's any changes in their flight. Reporting at Bradley International Airport, I'm Valerie Bell for Worcester News Tonight.
Police are searching for suspects in the fatal shooting of a 19-year-old man. He was shot in Worcester Friday. Police say Brandon Dursa was shot outside of a home on Maxwell Street Friday morning. Police are looking for two suspects. They're described as men in their 20s wearing black hooded sweatshirts.
November 29th at about 11:30 in the afternoon, we got a call for a shooting. The area of Maxwell Street. We arrived, we found 19-year-old Brandon Dursa, sustained serious injuries from gunshots. He was brought to the hospital and given medical treatment, but unfortunately passed away the next day.
It's believed the suspects fled from the scene in a dark-colored vehicle. Chicopee police are searching for two suspects involved in assault and battery back in November. The two men seen here allegedly beat a man outside of a bar after getting into a verbal dispute. Police were able to get these images from surveillance video from inside the bar before the incident, but need the public's help identifying them. Police say when they found the victim, he was unresponsive.
When we have enough manpower, we do have walking beats in the center, but unfortunately, the people to blame are the bad guys, the criminals that do these acts, and we do our best to be proactive, but unfortunately we can't be everywhere, so now we're hoping to get these identities and close this case.
Police say anyone with information should contact them. You can remain anonymous by texting the word Solve Chicopee with information to the number 274637. Sad news this evening. The man who led the campaign asking Pawtucket Red Sox executives to consider a move to Worcester has died. Gene Zabinski and his wife came up with the idea for a postcard campaign after learning the Paw Sox were considering a relocation. The team said it played a role in their move. Zabinski grew up in Worcester's Canal District, and although he moved to Sutton, he remained active in his former neighborhood. He was the vice president and secretary of the Canal District Alliance when he started the postcard campaign.